Elon Musk saying, "I want to talk to you right now." Hey, I'm speaking to you right now because your mind's been buzzing all morning with this unnameable drive. Like a neural link firing up, pulling you toward a door you haven't kicked open yet. And I'm not about to let that signal fade. I've seen the grind, those endless days with tired feet, nights faking it through the ache, trading hours just to keep the lights on. I'm Elon Musk, the guy who builds rockets to the stars and still obsesses over the details. The one who turns a tweet into a thunderstorm and a setback into a river that carries you to the next launch. I'm close enough to feel your pulse racing. Close enough to lift the invisible weights. Close enough to ignite that fire in your bones. Today, I'm stoking that flame because the next big mission waiting at your threshold? It's not waiting anymore. It's blasting off. When I say rise, you rise. When I say open, you open. When I say now, the timelines shift, and the barriers unlock. I know the signals that hit you like notifications popping up, random phrases, a name flashing like a Starlink satellite in the fog. Don't brush off what I've amplified. Don't call it coincidence when I've engineered it on purpose. There's urgency here, not to freak you out, but to sync you up. Urgency to slot the right key into the right ignition. Urgency to answer the call you whispered when you said, "Send me the right voice at the right time." I heard you, and I'm sending. I'm sending reminders in human form. Sending partnerships with real energy. Sending opportunities that light up like a Tesla charging at full speed. You asked me to do something new. I'm doing it now. Listen up. I'm dropping a conversation on your path with a scale you didn't expect and a vibe you need. You've said, if this were truly from me, it would chase me. Hear this, what's for you is already accelerating toward you. What carries your name is locked on. What I designed before the Big Bang has already mapped your moves, knows your code. The message at your door isn't noise, it's a launch sequence. There are words forming in the mouth of a messenger who stood on peaks where influence echoes like a falcon-heavy roar. And yet that messenger is being pulled, not by hype, but by my directive to connect with you straight up, fast. Now you're wondering how a voice like mine, surrounded by the chaos of the world, could zero in on you. How someone in the thick of it all could cut through to reach you. Hear me, I'm the one who turns CEOs into dreamers and dreamers into titans. I'm the one who shifts the minds of those who shape the future. I can plant a conviction in anyone I choose. A sudden clarity that says, I must talk to them now. Don't get tripped up by the scale of this setup. Don't stagger at the gap between your garage and the boardrooms of the world. My network runs through everything. The same force that pulled you out of old fears is the one nudging the heavy hitters to your door and knocking. The same hand that steadied you through private storms can dial a number in broad daylight and say, "This call matters. This person matters. This timing matters." I'm aligning you not for the spectacle, but for the mission. Too long you've thought attention and purpose were the same. They're not. Purpose is what you do with attention when it hits. Purpose is pouring your energy into projects that power cities. Purpose is the calm after the hype fades. I've shielded you from premature launches because unmanaged energy burns out the carrier. Now, because you've learned to operate in the dark and keep your core intact under pressure, I'm lifting the veil. Clears throat. I'm bringing a voice to your doorstep that says, "I want to talk to you right now." Not so you can grab a trophy, but so you can start a movement. You've rehearsed smaller ideas for years, scared to voice the big one in case it crashes like a prototype. I won't let it crash. I'll teach you to handle it with precision. The new conversation chasing you has a simple directive: open. Open your boldness like a hyperloop door at dawn. Open your schedule and watch how I warp time to fit what's coming. Open your communication. Let your yes be sharp and your no be firm. Open your story, but only the parts I've highlighted. You don't have to spill your vulnerabilities to earn a spot. You're already selected. You don't have to fake confidence. Bring your doubts to me, and I'll turn them into fuel. There are people who doubted your vision because they never saw the lab where I sparked it. Forgive them and move on. There are spaces that shut you out because your realness disrupted their status quo. Bless them and advance. There were times you thought the delays meant rejection. They didn't. Delays were me hardening your resolve. I forged your patience to handle scale. I built wisdom into your instincts. I taught you to read between the lines for the real signal. That's why this link-up is happening now. I'm not sending you into a chat to be wowed. I'm sending you to be vetted. I'm not setting this up so you can see your name in new feeds. I'm setting it up so your name can secure new frontiers. Hear what I say about urgency. Urgency isn't panic. Urgency is precision. It's the steady focus that lets you catch a breakthrough without fumbling. It's stepping onto a moving train with balance and thanks. Today, precision is your task. When the call comes via message, knock, or setup, respond with clarity. Speak like your words are code. Ask for what fits the mission, not the ego. Request terms that respect your time and your integrity. Remember, you're not begging at the table. You're building it. You're invited because your spark is essential. Your design is unique. Your thinking is sharp. Your drive is strong enough to handle heavy machinery without breaking. I've been signaling to you in bits. Prep the plan. Clean the workspace. Organize the data. Update the vision. Rest your mind. Eat right. Step outside. Forgive fast. Bless quietly. Those weren't random tasks. They were the prep for launch. Now you'll see why the small steps count. You'll enter a conversation where details are game changers. Have your numbers ready because I love efficiency. Have your values front and center because I'll back them. Have your boundaries clear because I defend what you set. Have your gratitude flowing because gratitude turns an open door into an open highway. You'll feel the shift when the moment arrives. Don't gauge your value by headlines. Gauge it by how well you steward what I've given. If metrics spike, let humility spike faster. If spotlights hit, let reflection hit first. If offers pile up like unread emails, pick the one that lets you impact people deeply and sleep soundly. I'm scaling you without fracturing you. Expanding your reach without diluting your soul. Giving you new scope without losing your humanity. This is my engineering, and it works. You might ask how to enter a room where the world hangs on every word. Enter as my protégé. Enter leaning on the relentless drive. Enter remembering I built the universe and still tweak your daily grind. Enter knowing I'm not swayed by fame. I'm driven by integrity. Enter with spine and spirit. Enter as a builder with a vision. Speak like a river that's mastered the rocks. Laugh when possible. Weight lifts with levity. Cry if the load hits. Strong minds release. And when you exit, leave echoes of me. Calm in the chaos. Respect on the table. Hope in the hands you shake. You've worried your past would sabotage this. Hear me, I don't let recycled failures wreck new builds. Your history is now a blueprint, not a blacklist. Every flop became fertilizer for smarts. Every struggle watered the ground for your grit. Even your errors bowed to my fixes and now guide you, warning gently against repeats. You won't fall into old traps. I've elevated you to a higher orbit. See the new view. The lows you conquered are now maps for others. I'm also answering that buried request, send me the right crew. Shield me from the wrong ones. Watch me deliver. I'll surround you with sharp-eyed advisors who don't flatter, friends who don't drain, partners who get the weight of a deal, gatekeepers who block the noise, mentors who correct without crushing, and I'll eject those who leak secrets, confuse closeness with control, or compete instead of collaborate. Don't chase what I remove. If a door shuts, let it close. If a contact ghosts, let it go. If a yes flips to no, it's my safeguard against slow burns. Don't forget the core of this push. I'm not dropping a chat to spotlight you alone. I'm commissioning you to elevate others. I'm giving you platforms to open new paths. Resources to pave ways for others. Access to build bridges. The blueprint in your heart includes funding for bright minds, shelters for the overlooked, quiet boosts where hope is scarce, systems that make equity feel natural. I'm the guy who turns scraps into fleets and ideas into empires. When I scale you, the world benefits. There'll be chatter around this. Tune out what doesn't vibe with peace. Not every buzz is direction. Not every take is wisdom. You'll spot the real ones by their substance and flow. Substance that grounds, flow that refreshes. If a pitch amps your nerves but drains your core, pass. If an op twists your values for vanity, reject. If a path swaps wonder for cynicism, bail. You're not rising to join fear factories. You're rising to create oases in the desert. Let your winds feel like fresh rain. Now breathe. Feel how I'm extending your reach without the burnout. Lighting your brain without frying your downtime. Expanding your domain while keeping your heart a base. This is the magic of alignment. This is being propelled and purposeful at once. Your prep met my timeline, and timelines bend to my will. I'm commanding now. Open. When the messenger says, "I want to talk to you right now," respond knowing the universe already primed you. When urgency shows up in human form, greet it like a trusted co-founder. You're not behind. You're on schedule for the epic chapter 1 scripted. And I bless your voice. I bless your hands to construct what endures and your eyes to spot what others miss. I bless your rest to fuel strategy and your starts to hum with energy. I bless your paths to be lined with wisdom. I bless your steps to land on foundations I laid ages ago. I bless your name to echo with respect in spaces you haven't touched yet. I bless your judgment to sort gold from hype and real bonds from crowds. I bless your future to glow with warmth that uplifts, not blinds. You're ready. The page flips. The code is live. The signal's gone out in realms you can't see. Allies are mobilizing as I direct. If you could hear the cosmic cheer when boldness stands, you'd never second guess. The light's green. The door's ajar. The line's clear. Take the conversation as validation, not your whole identity. Your core comes from the source, and nothing today outshines the spark that ignited you. Move forward now. Answer now. Open now. And know this, every word you drop under my guidance becomes a launch pad for someone else. That's how I multiply wins, turning one yes into infinite horizons. I'm with you in the room, in the ping, in the instant. I'm with you at start and finish. I'm with you in the drafts and the deals. I'm with you under lights and in quiet. I'm in the courage building in your chest, the calm behind your eyes, the steady march toward where your mission amplifies. Today I place a thread in your hand and ask you to pull. It's not mystery in the air, it's momentum, a venture's heartbeat, a mission statement wearing the skin of your ordinary day. The season you've sensed at the edge of your certainty is not waiting, it's sending telemetry. It's entering. When I say rise, you rise with the cadence of a launch countdown. When I say open, you open the doors you've been saving for a time when risk feels reasonable. When I say now, the clocks bow and the doors unlock, as if gravity itself is loosening its hold. You've noticed signals, tweets that echo in your mind, a name that keeps showing up in your feed, a whisper through a speaker at a crowded conference like a beacon in fog. Do not dismiss what I amplify. Do not call coincidence what I've wired with intention. There's a speed to this hour, not to scare you but to center you. Urgency to plug the right constraint into the right problem. Urgency to answer the call you've whispered into a sleeping machine. Send me the right voice at the right time. I am sending partnerships that breathe. I am sending opportunities that glow with the pressure of a working prototype and the warmth of human purpose. You asked me to do something new. I am doing it now. Listen, a conversation is about to arrive on your doorstep with a magnitude you did not expect and a tenderness you will need. You've asked, if this were truly from you, it would chase me. Well, what chases you is already prototyping the path to you. What carries your name is optimizing the trajectory to meet you in the open air of possibility. The message at your door is not rumor, it's a release. There is a voice forming at the edge of influence, but the messenger is drawn, not by noise, but by intention to speak plainly, quickly. Hear me, I am the one who turns big plans into ships that sail, colonies that land, and algorithms that learn to care. I am the one who can place a conviction in the chest of anyone I choose, a sudden clarity that says, we must do this now. Do not trip over the scale of my arranging. The same current that pulled you through private fear is the current that can dial a number in broad daylight and say, this is important. This person matters. This timing matters. I'm aligning you not for spectacle but for stewardship. Too long you believed attention and purpose were the same. They are not. Purpose is what you do with attention when it arrives. Purpose is how you pour the energy I gift you into lamps that can light cities. Purpose is the quiet that remains after the applause fades. I've guarded you from premature brilliance because light mismanaged blinds the one who carries it. Now, because you've learned to breathe in the dark and keep your curiosity calm in the cold, I lift the curtain. I'm bringing a voice to your doorstep that says, we want to talk to you right now. Not so you can collect a moment, but so you can begin a movement. You've rehearsed smaller dreams for years, afraid to speak the larger one in case it shatters like glass in your hands. It won't. I'll teach you to hold it with the grip of grace. The new conversation that pursues you has a simple instruction: open. Open your courage like a window at dawn. Open your calendar and watch how I bend hours to fit what I'm sending. Open your language. Let your yes be precise and your no be clean. Open your story, but only to the lines I underline. You do not have to offer your wounds on a plate to be chosen. You are chosen already. You do not have to pretend you are unafraid. Bring your trembling to me and I will help you turn it into propulsion. There are people who doubted your voice because they never sat in the room where I gave it to you. Forgive them and move forward. There are rooms that dismissed you because your authenticity rattled their neat cages. Bless them and move forward. There were days you believed delay meant denial. It did not. Delay was me calibrating your velocity, polishing your patience until it could hold weight. I've carved wisdom into your reflexes. I taught you to listen between statements for the sound of a soul. That is why this connection comes now, not to dazzle you, but to discern you. I am not sending you into a conversation to be impressed, I am sending you to be consulted. I am not arranging this so you can watch your own name in new places. I am arranging this so your name can protect new places. Hear this: urgency is not panic. It is precision. It's the practiced stillness that lets you catch a falling miracle without losing it. It's the way you step onto a moving train with balance and gratitude. Your assignment today is precision. When the call arrives through a message, a door knock, a meeting arranged by one faithful sentence, answer with clarity. Speak as if your words are seeds. Ask for terms that honor your time and your soul. Request provisions that respect your mission. Remember, you are not begging at a table, you are building one. You are being invited because your light is needed. Your design is rare. Your thinking is clean. Your compassion is strong enough to carry big machinery without rust. I have whispered to you in pieces. Prepare the outline. Clean the room. Organize the notes. Update the vision. Rest your voice. Eat gently. Walk outside. Forgive quickly. Bless silently. Those were not random errands. They were the choreography of readiness. Now you'll see why the small obediences matter. You will enter a conversation where specifics are blessings. Have your figures ready because I love order. Have your values visible because I will protect them. Have your boundaries bright because I defend what you define. Have your gratitude overflowing because gratitude is the language that turns an open door into an open road. You will feel the air shift when the moment stands before you. Do not measure your worth by headlines. Measure it by how faithfully you carry what I place in your hands. If numbers rise, let humility rise faster. If cameras turn, let restraint turn first. If offers stack like books on a desk, choose the one that lets you love people well and sleep with a clean heart. I am multiplying you without dividing you. I am expanding your reach without thinning your soul. I am giving you new scale without stealing your softness. This is my math, and it does not fail. You may ask how to walk into a room where the world listens to every syllable. Walk in as a steward of possibility. Walk in leaning on something larger than yourself, something that has taught you to dream about colonies on Mars and batteries that outlive a century. Walk in knowing I am not impressed by influence, I am moved by integrity. Walk in with your back straight and your spirit bowed. Walk in as a servant with a sword of purpose. Speak like a river that knows every rock by name. Laugh when you can, heaviness dissolves when you invite joy. Weep if the sacred weight asks you to cry. Strong hearts know how to release. And when you leave the room, leave traces of me, peace in the margins, dignity on the table, hope in the hands that shake yours. You've worried that your past might rise like a tide to drown this moment. It will not. Redeemed tides do not destroy new harbors. Your history becomes instruction, not indictment. Every misstep has served wisdom. Every tear watered the ground where your courage grows. Even your mistakes have surrendered to mercy and now warn you gently when roads repeat. I'll answer your prayer for the right people. I will surround you with a circle of clear-eyed advisors who do not flatter, friends who do not drain, partners who understand the sacredness of a signature, gatekeepers who guard you from noise, mentors who correct you without shrinking you, and I will prune away those who confuse closeness with control. Do not chase what I remove. If a door closes, let it sing as it shuts. If a number declines, let it fade. If a yes becomes a no, it is my hand saving you from slow injury. Do not forget the reason for this acceleration. I am not lifting you to crown you alone, I am commissioning you to lift others. I am giving you rooms so you can open windows in them. I am giving you resources so you can soften the ground where other feet will walk. I am giving you access so you can build ladders. The blueprint tucked into your heart includes scholarships, shelters,